Kid Swift a baby, young Swift. One time for the check-in with my dog, my homie, Il McKenzie. Straight out of ATL, Georgia. And you know how we rockin' out here, baby. Let's get it.
Hey, this is Nola Ade, and you are now rocking with Il McKenzie. Right here.
Being humble get no respect.
All right, we're back. Once again, another edition of Quarantine Radio. As I told you, we're on a new platform, trying to get a little bit kinks out and everything. I believe I got the live broadcast on Facebook right now. From my angle, it seems like it ain't frozen or anything. So hopefully, it's not frozen on your end. We're still working on getting everything as far as getting the guest on and everything, showing that. But as I stated before, we might try to cut up some stuff and everything as far as going on YouTube. We extend the platforms and everything. We have quarantineenterprise.com. I did a couple things on the weekend, have that set up, so make sure you go to quarantineenterprise.com. We're looking up for any artists that want to send their music to us. info@quarantineenterprise.com. We're trying to transition over to only radio version of songs, so we might let it slide for the next couple of 2 weeks, but make sure the next 2 weeks you try to get over those radio versions of your songs to get over here. I took a hit this weekend. We're gonna go over that, maybe go over that as well as far as my picks in the NFL. I actually didn't watch any of the NFL games this weekend. Might talk about that a little bit later too. But today we have on the show mental health counselor Patrice on the show. We're going to talk about her book, The Day My Mama Made Me Dance. Y'all can see that right there. So we're going to get in. You know how we do. We're going to go into some music, come back, chop it up with her, talk about the book, what she's doing, her business and everything. Help y'all get to know her and everything. One thing that happened, I noticed when I listened to the broadcast, and I gotta see exactly why that was. I felt like my voice got slowed up, so I'm gonna see exactly why that was. But like I said, we're gonna go into a couple tracks right quick, and then we're gonna come back, talk to the Patrice, and go from there. See what track should I? Okay. All right, so we're gonna go in. First track I'm gonna play is At Least 5,000 with Show Me. I'm gonna play At Least 5,000 with Show Me.
Show me. I sink in. Ooh, baby, ooh, baby, ooh. You be tripping, I'm freaking on you, baby, you. Tell me where you been. Here we go again. Out with your friends, but never mind. Tryna get it in. So when you pull up, I'ma put it down. Keep your mouth shut, don't make a sound, and I'ma turn around and do that dance that you like. I know you like it, baby. I know you like it, baby. When I'm doing that dance that you like. I know we fuss and fight, but we'll be alright. 'Cause tonight I'ma do that little dance that you like. You better strap up tight for the ride of your life. When I do that little dance that you like. I know you like it, baby. I know you like it, baby. I know you like it, baby.
Tell me how you feel. I can read the signs. Making your mind up where you will wind up. Too late 'cause your time's up, yeah. And maybe without him, I can't say you're wrong. It's too much to figure out. Arguing, fussing, fighting while the kids are home. Love would all feel better if the two of you ride. And I can guarantee that time heals all pain, but who am I to judge those tears? Be careful what you say, because these words can come to life. And let the truth be told. Hey, I should be a number one. I should be a number one.
I should be your number one, girl. I should be your number one, girl.
I should be a number one. I should be a number one.
I should be your number one, girl. I should be your number one, girl.
Concrete with the rose, the image of your heart. But the memories stick with reflections of the time, and the time will still go by. And now that he's gone, it's all in your hands. Remember, you don't have to love again. Hey, I should be a number one. I should be a number one.
I should be your number one, girl. I should be your number one, girl.
I should be a number one. I should be a number one.
I should be your number one, girl. I should be your number one, girl.
I won't stop until I get enough. I'm so thankful that I found your love. And baby, you got all of my trust. Yeah. I won't stop until I get enough. I'm so thankful that I found your love. And baby, you got all of my trust. Yeah. I should be a number one. I should be a number one.
I should be your number one, girl. I should be your number one, girl.
I should be a number one. I should be a number one.
I should be your number one girl.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No. What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to say? How am I supposed to feel when you right here in my face? Ooh, that body looking good. You a 10-star in my hood. You made me wanna lay that wood. Hey, baby, are you ready? We ain't gotta go steady. Hey, baby girl, I wanna hear right now, hear right now, hear right now, hear. I wonder if she know it. I'm about to pull that thing over. Hey, baby girl, I want you here right now, here right now, here right now, here right now. I'm finna spread your legs like a wildfire. Now you talking like a Gemini. You ain't got no worries, I ain't gotta lie. You know I ain't tripping. Ooh, that body looking good. You a 10-star in my hood. You made me wanna lay that wood. Hey, baby, are you ready? We ain't gotta go steady. Hey, baby girl, I wanna hear right now, hear right now, hear right now, hear. I wonder if she know it. I'm about to pull that thing over. Hey, baby girl, I want you here right now, here right now, here right now, here right now. I'm about to pull that thing over. Na 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 na. Do you want it, girl? Can you take it right now? Here and now, girl. Hey, baby, are you ready? Baby, tell me, are you ready? We ain't gotta go steady. Hey, baby girl, I wanna hear right now, hear right now, hear right now, hear. I wonder if she know it. I'm about to pull that thing over. Hey, baby girl, I want you here right now, here right now, here right now, here right now. I need you right now, need you right now. Need you here and now, need you here and now. Yeah. I'm about to pull that thing over. Yeah, 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 yeah.
I don't got no cape on my shoulders, but if you give me a chance, I can show you something extraordinary that no other man has ever done for you. I help you understand. See, my disguise is a 9 to 5, and I do something so amazing I ain't gotta fly. Forget an S on my chest, I make you say I'm better than the rest. Because it's like I leave buildings in a single bag, and my love will never bring you down. Guarantee it's what you need, but somehow you got me weak and weak. It's like you got a power over me. When you make me wanna get down on my knees. You make me wanna break up to make up, and you're the kryptonite I run to every night. It's like you got a power over me. Make me wanna get down on my knees. You make me wanna break up to make up, and you're the kryptonite I run to every night. You make me wanna sing. Now I know you know I'm the best around, and when we make love, you bring my defenses down. That's extraordinary that no other girl could ever do to me. So in other words, you don't ride around with no black mask. I'd call you super, but I think that you surpassed that. Your secret safe with me, don't never guess. So go ahead, throw that S on your chest. Because it's like you leave buildings in a single bed, and your love will never bring me there. Girl, I see it's what I need. That's why you got me weak in the knees. It's like you got a power. Maybe we wanna get down on my knees. You make me wanna break up to make up. And you're the kryptonite I run to every night. It's like you got a power over me. Make me wanna get down on my knees. You make me wanna break up to make up. And you're the kryptonite I run to every night. You make me wanna. If you feel what I'm talking about, put your hands together. Just clap, clap with me. If you got that green love that will last forever, just clap, clap with me. If you know like I know, let it be known. Hold that love close to you and never let it go. Ladies, look into the eyes of your lover, and fellas, sing along if you love. It's like you got a power over me. Make me wanna get down on my knees. You make me wanna break up to make up. And you're the kryptonite. You got that kryptonite every night. It's like you got a power over me. Make me wanna get down on my knees. You make me wanna break up to make up. And you're the kryptonite I run to every night. You make me wanna lie. I run to every night. And you're the kryptonite I run to every night. And you're the kryptonite I run to every night. And you're the kryptonite I run to every night. You make me wanna lie. I run to every night. And you're the kryptonite I run to every night. And you're the kryptonite I run to every night. And you're the kryptonite I run to every night.
We're back. I have somebody that's keeping me updated. Like I said, I'm still trying to work out a couple of kinks, new platform and everything. I have somebody that's giving me updates. Seems like there's no volume. She's telling me there's no volume on the actual Facebook, so I'm actually working on that as well. People were listening on Spreaker for the audio version and stuff like that. Let's see. Okay, so what we're going to do and stuff like that is just checking out a couple things, making sure everything. All right, we're about to go into the interview. Have Patrice introduce herself and everything, and see how. Make sure there's volume up and everything like that.
Hi, world.
I do apologize. I'm just trying to looking at everything. I get some people ask me, and also if anything you want to ask questions or anything, we're still working on the actual getting the phone line and everything. But if you have any questions, you can hit me up on Twitter, Facebook, and anything. If you want to ask Patrice anything, but Patrice, introduce yourself. Let everybody know who you are, and we'll go from there.
Okay, so hello everybody. I'm Patrice Siobhan Brown. I'm a mental health counselor, and I just released my second book called The Day Mama Made Me Dance. I've been a mental health counselor for over 14 years. You can follow me on Instagram at Patrice Siobhan, or either on Facebook. My name on there is Patrice Siobhan Brown.
Okay. So, you're a mental health counselor and everything. What's the name of your business?
Restoring Bodies and Minds.
What actually came up with that name?
How did I come up with that name?
Yeah.
Great question. In the mental health counseling field, I wanted to actually help people. And by me helping them, I wanted to actually touch them. I just didn't want to just say I'm just simply a counselor. I wanted to help restore them, because I know at some point in their lives, they may have had a comfortable life. Some maybe, some not, but restore. Something needed to be restored within them. So I came up with the name Restoring Bodies and Minds.
Okay. So, with the what got you into actually wanting to get into mental health counseling? Did something come into your life where you want to help people in this situation? Cause I know personally, like when I went to school, I took up psychology for one in class and everything, and I found it really intriguing just to know exactly how
the human brain,
how to operate, and how certain things trigger people, and like how repeated events can mold a person. So what actually happened in your life where you were like you wanted to like help people, or were you just intrigued with the mind?
Well, for me, we always had like a family business. We already did. Well, I had like a uncle, my dad's uncle. He owned a group home, and before that, my grandmother, she had like a shelter. So by me just being in a home or being around them and just seeing how they cared for people, I sort of kind of started, taking on their characteristics. And then not only that, I had a sister that was born with a brain tumor. Just watching my mom, having to care for her, and it's sort of kind of passed down to me. I guess that's how I'll put it. Like mental health in a way, just dealing with the different things that's around me. I sort of kind of just took the torch and just kept on going with it. So I don't think I chose it. It was just simply there. And it's just like if you grew up in a home with a bunch of musicians, chances are you could possibly become a musician just looking at different events that's taking place around you.
Okay. So with your profession and everything, like you said, so your uncle was in the industry as well.
Yes.
Like so what is some of the stuff that he passed down to you or gave you, let you know about the business before you decided to go full pledge and like getting the degree and opening up the business and stuff like that? Did he give you any advice or anything?
How to just open up my heart and actually care for people. It's not about money. It's actually caring, making sure that I have my paperwork together, just following my policy and procedures, my protocols, and just saying whatever I say I'm going to do, I'm going to do it. Basically, I seen him do that, and I followed in those same footsteps.
Okay. And with the addition to your business and everything, what made you want to write the books and everything? Like, what got you actually started writing the book? Like, I know you had your first book, which is Secrets of a Crazy Mental Health Counselor. So, what made you decide to write this book first?
Well, I actually have 10 books that I wrote. I just published those 2.
Okay.
So the first book, Secrets of a Crazy Mental Health Counselor, I published that in June of this year. Wow. As a counselor, we feel crazy a lot of times because of us having to deal with other people's issues and stuff. And if we don't release those negative energies or whatever issues that our clients is going through, we sort of kind of like, we begin to feel the way that they've been feeling. So I myself have went through some different transitions from age 18 all the way up until 32. I'm 32 now. So I wrote the book just so I could release myself to the world, just letting them know that as a counselor, I'm not perfect. We all make mistakes. And there you have it. Secrets of a Crazy Mental Health Counselor. Read it. It's a tell-all book. As a counselor, I don't have all happy days. I'm not going to sit up here and lie. I wanted to be honest with the world, and I believe that's how I have kept my business flowing as long as I have, just being real about me and who I am and not acting as if I'm God myself.
So you feel like you're kind of like closer to your clients because you're so open?
Yeah. For them, I think a lot of times people can pick up on you if you're being fake or phony. And being in the mental health field, a lot of times counselors or psychiatrists or psychologists or whomever, therapists, we paint pictures as though we don't have issues ourselves. And we all know that's a lie. When you go home after you get away from the job after 5 o'clock, when you go home, what happens behind those closed doors? So I wanted to share my story because I have a story also, just like the consumers that I serve. It's not just about them. It's about me too. And I had to find a way to release myself. And writing, expressive writing, are ways of me releasing all the different stresses that I feel.
And so with this book, like what are some things that some people might actually find in it, or like what would intrigue somebody to actually read it and everything?
Okay, well, secrets. Being a counselor, what's one secret? Abortion. You know, having to pick and choose your career or having a child. I revealed my stance on it, abortion or your career. You know, if you're a female that's struggling with career goals, read this book. Sort of kind of, you know, get motivated about, am I going to have a baby or do I want to push myself and go to school? Another secret that I might have revealed in there, my mind went blank. What's the different secret that I talked about in this book? Men. You know, I would have thought that I would have been married, happily married with a white picket fence, and no, that didn't happen. You know, a lot of times as a woman, we push ourselves to have so many different things checked off on this checklist that some of us have created for ourselves. And those are all false. You know, those are fantasies. So I talk about my love life inside this book, and I reveal, you know, quite a bit about some of the people that I've dated. So, you know, it's a tell-all book. I want it to be open. Not only that, I talk about the mental health business and how a lot of African-American companies that were once in existence have been closed down. I talk about, you know, being attacked, you know, people coming at me, telling lies or just trying to get my company closed down, and me having to fight for what I believe in. And read the book. Read the book. Simply, it's sort of kind of like a little bit of a roller coaster ride. Read it. Secrets of a Crazy Mental Health Counselor is on Amazon, Barnes and Noble. Pick it up.
Okay. I might see if we have time. Because like there's been a couple of times that we had a show called "Does Love Exist in This Era?" So I might probably towards the end of the show pick your brain on that and stuff like that. Because you said you talk about relationships and like that. But we're going to try to talk about this first before we actually get into all of that.
Okay.
I like to pick people's mind on how they feel, because you mentioned love and everything. I like to pick people's mind, see how they feel about love in this area. Cause like, especially like, cause I'm actually around your age too, 33 and everything. And yeah, I honestly thought that I'd be in that boat as well. I'm open about how I am and what happened to me, and how long I've been single and stuff like that. And like you said, like by this time, like most people would think that they would have been married by now and stuff like that. But like this generation, I'm getting
Does
into that.
Love Still Exist?
Yeah.
Good. Good title.
We're gonna try to talk about that later. But like, this generation, it is hard. But I do see a lot of people that do find it. So like, you can't doubt it. But,
when
but,
did they find it?
Yeah,
how?
And we had people on the show and they talked about how, but sometimes like it's a struggle because like, and especially at this age, like most people have been in the battle where they've been hurt and a lot of stuff has happened to them, and it's hard to let go of that baggage sometimes.
Trust issues in the past.
But we're gonna try to talk about that a little bit later on. But the next book that you made was a children's book.
Yeah.
The Day My Mama Made Me Dance. What made you decide to actually go to the route of doing a children's book?
Again, expressive writing. Not only that, this is a real life. It's a real life matter because I have a 5-year-old daughter. And I based this story on her and me, my mother and my sister. And I've always had a bit of an imagination as a child myself. But this book is a little bit of a twist. It has a twist. The title is a metaphor itself. The day my mama made me dance. Let's think about that. The day my mama made me dance. How did she make me dance? Well, why did she make me dance? In this book, it talks about a little girl who repeatedly does not follow any rules. Her mother has sat back and continuously warned her and asked her, stop, do this, do that, until one day she's had enough. What happens when mama has had enough? Find out. Pick up the book on Amazon, Barnes & Noble. The release date is September 28th. Pick it up. It's funny. The day my mom...
A couple of days.
Say it again.
We got a couple of days to the release.
Thursday. Is it Thursday?
Let's see, 28.
But the title is a metaphor. Yeah, the title is a metaphor in itself. The day my mama made me dance. Well, how did she make me dance? Why did she make me dance? Wow. And, you know, at the end of this children's book, I talk about different definitions and warning signs, because it's a couple different things that, as a child, I think my mom missed in explaining to me. You know, the difference in discipline, abuse. You know, if somebody touches you, you know, I don't think a lot of parents still go over those things with their child. In the back of each one of my books, I put different information on there. Remind your child about this. Talk to your child about that. I think that's very important. And that's something that we should all, well, if you're an author, include that in your books, because I am. This is my second book, and I will be continuing another release, I think, January of 2018. My second children's book is going to be We Blend Well Together. So, again, I wrote 10 books. I haven't got them all published, but I'm working.
I want to touch on something that you just mentioned about talking to your kids about like inappropriate touching there. Cause like I had a friend I actually interviewed I think a year ago, and like this girl like I've known since 2003, and like if people go back, cause like I still have my archives on Blog Talk Radio. People go back to listen to my my show with Shannon, and she's still like she finally opened up. Like she was sexually abused as a kid, and like it kind of blew my mind, because like what she stated sometimes in her things, like the family like covers stuff up like that.
Yeah, because they're in disbelief about it. They can't believe. And
like for me to like, cause like during the time frame like we were chilling out and stuff like that, I found out that like most of the time she was just trying to get out the house because like her dad was the one that was abusing her.
Okay. Like,
and I didn't know that. Like, we were just chilling, having fun and stuff like that. And, like, I didn't know that she was going through all that because she just seemed so strong.
Wow.
Like, why do you think, like, in the black families, like, they try to keep that under wraps? And, like, I saw something where, I'm trying to think exactly what because, like, it was something about how people will openly shame the person in their family that is they found out that it's homosexual and talk about, and they're
going to do the same thing once that's revealed. Think about it.
But like they were saying that they will openly talk about it instead of talking about the sexual abuse. Like, why do you think that is? Like, they will shame that person openly instead of talking about the sexual abuse. Like, why do you think that over? Like they'll
fear. I'm going to say fear. Embarrassment.
Just fear and embarrassment.
I'm trying to make sure I got the question correct.
Yeah, because it's like.
So what you're asking me is
like I thought about it and stuff like that. Is because like a lot of people like will openly talk about that and be upset with that person versus being upset with the person that's sexual abusing.
Oh yeah, because you're not supposed to tell anybody. You're not supposed to tell anybody. That's embarrassing. I don't believe you. You know, a lot of black families, we don't believe that mental illness exists.
That's another thing.
You know, we sweep that under the rug. You know, ain't nothing wrong with you. Go sit down. That happens a lot in black homes. And molestation, that doesn't exist. Ain't nobody touched you. You know, think about how many moms have said that to their child. You know, especially if it's their dad that's doing it. Come on, think about it. You've seen it before already on the movie Precious. Mm-hmm. Look at her mom. She openly knew. Did you see that? She knew that he was sleeping with her child. And she accepted. She was angry with her daughter because her dad wanted her. Mm-hmm. What kind of thoughts ran through your mind when you seen that?
And that also goes back to what we were talking about with love and stuff like that. Because like I feel like sometimes like because I've seen a couple of people like they know that the person that they're with is cheating on them. Yeah. And it's that fear of being alone.
Losing them, yeah, like, being lonely.
And I feel like that's another reason why a lot of people like they can't find true love and stuff like that because they try to get attached to somebody too quick. They don't try to find out who that person is and stuff like that. Yeah. And like that damage keeps on going, and then like when
cycle.
Yeah. Cause like there's memes out there as well as like you have one person chasing another person, that person
and chasing somebody else.
And then
wow.
It continues, and then it just it's a continuous cycle. In
when does it stop? Yeah. When does it stop? Wow. Good question. So, do you believe in soulmates?
Yeah, I believe in it. Yeah, cause I have the actual, cause like I honestly like I go back to like my cousin. He recently got married. And I was in the wedding. I'm trying to remember. Like I think it was 2 or 3 years ago. And it's crazy how like, cause this was a girl that he went to middle school with, and they found each other back again on Facebook. Wow. And they started talking and stuff like that. And I'm like, and personally, like I never saw my cousin getting married and stuff like that.
Did he get married?
Yeah, he got married. They married and stuff like that. Like me and him we used to run the streets and stuff like that. So like, and then like she changed him and stuff like that. Like it's the other thing that I was talking about, like getting to know somebody and stuff, like people getting rushing in and stuff like that, like finding your best friend and just growing. Yeah. Like a lot of people don't
instead
do
of jumping in the bed. Yeah. Instead of jumping in the bed or catching feelings or just doing all the normal things that people call normal for relationships today, let's do the opposite. Let's take our time. Let's not jump in the bed so fast, you know. Let there be a goal for us down the line. Let's talk first. Let's be friends. One thing I can say is, even if you do take your time and be friends with someone, that doesn't mean that it's going to work out. Mm-hmm. You know, because I've done that also. I was friends with someone about 3 years prior to us getting into a relationship. And once we got into a relationship, we figured out like, whoa, we should have just stayed as friends. Yeah. It doesn't work with us together. Let's not do this. Let's not do this. This was a bad decision. So I learned a valuable lesson with that. Not saying that he was, you know, a bad guy. He's just not right for me, and I'm just not right for him.
Were y'all able to stay friends after that, or did that just ruin
it? It's a line there. It's a line there. I don't think that we'll ever be able to express who we really truly are like we did before with one another, not after a breakup. So, you know, it's a song also that says, if we can't, what is it? We can't be friends and we can't be lovers, or Deborah Cox song. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, true. Like it's either Deborah or it's somebody else that has a song like that.
Trey Songz has a song out there, like, and then, I'm trying to remember the actual name of it, but like he has a song out there like that too, like cause like I actually like I feel like and there was this one girl that I was talking to. Well, I wasn't talking to her. We were friends, and I started to develop feelings for her. And my other friend, she was like, just tell her. And I was like, nah, it's gonna ruin the friendship. I like keep it to myself. I keep it to myself. But she kept on pushing me. I finally said something, and like our friendship kind of like went downhill. Even though she was like, she appreciated me more as a friend and stuff, like she just want to be friends. Like it went downhill from there.
Yeah.
Like, and we actually no longer even talk anymore.
Wow.
So like it got and like I knew that was gonna happen.
Just because you revealed a crush?
Because it gets awkward. Like I know
How?
like I felt because like I don't know how to explain, but I kind of felt like it was gonna get awkward after that.
How
happened.
much did she value you all's friendship?
I can't even say. Cause
Exactly.
Like, but and at the same time, my friend, the mutual friend, said that it was me that actually stopped talking. So I really don't know.
So she was like not having it, and you was like, nah, I don't even want to talk no more.
I don't even know how to actually look at that, but like I feel like sometimes like like a friendship should stay at like the friend zone and stuff like that, and then like actually revealing sometimes it has to be like a sign that it's mutual.
Okay.
I feel like because like that sometimes like it can ruin it up if the sign is not there, and then like somebody you can just misread something. Like there's a couple times that I've misread a sign, thought that it was there, and then things went downhill from there. So like love is a crazy thing, and like I said, like.
So, well, let me tell you this: if I was crushing on a guy, and if he told me like, nah, not having it, okay, well, we could still be friends, and I'll still call, you still call me, we could still talk. I want to tell you about everything else that I'm doing with the next person, so that you could see what goodness, what greatness you done passed along.
I
it's
actually
all good with me.
Was in a situation like that too, and the girl felt like I was trying to make her jealous.
How?
And I sat there like we agreed to be friends. Like,
yeah.
I felt like because you're my friend, like I could talk to you about.
Yeah, because we're friends.
Yeah.
If
like,
you don't feel a certain way about me, why can't I reveal what's going on with me?
And that one, like I didn't actually let it bother me too much that she kind of rejected me, and like I said, okay, we're probably just good as just friends.
Yeah.
And like it just, I don't know, like it got to the point where she just felt like everything that I was doing, I was trying to make her jealous. I was being childish, talking about girls and stuff like that. I'm like, you said that you just want to be friends.
Okay.
So it's like she was, somebody told me like she was just probably playing games and stuff like that.
Yeah.
She wanted me to chase her.
Yeah. She secretly, it was something extra going on with her.
But let me go into a music break. We're gonna come back, chop it up, try to get into the book and everything, and talk about your business and stuff like that.
Cool.
I kind of like the conversation, even though it was kind of stir a different way from what we were really trying to talk about. But like, love is just a real conversation, like in this generation, because like even like I have a lot of examples in my life now, like especially like you know my mom and my stepdad, their story, and like I just see like, even though like a lot of people don't want to say that they want somebody like their mom, but like I see how my mom supports my stepdad's dream and stuff like that. Like that's something that I will want, like just somebody that support my dream and stuff like that. And even though like it might look like a rough road and everything, like she's there for him. Yeah. And like every step of the way, and like she will go the extra mile.
She's a supporter.
Yeah, and like why wouldn't I want something like that? And like some people might look at it, oh, you're a mama's boy and stuff like that. No, I'm like, why wouldn't I want somebody like that? Yeah. And stuff like that. But let me go into a couple of tracks right quick, and then we'll come back and talk some more. First track that I'm gonna play is Soul Free Wisdom with the only one. Soul Free Wisdom with the only one. Like Soul Free Wisdom is probably one of my favorite independent R&B artists. Like every time, like she used to send us tracks in the past. Like I got excited, I wanted to play it and stuff like that. Let me go into this track. I love this track. I believe I played it already. in the past, but this is the only one. Soul Free Wisdom with the only one.
Can you tell me I'm the only one? Tell me I'm the only one.
I've always been scared of love. I never had anyone to show me what it was. Then out of nowhere, baby, you came. Where did you come from? And I have always been more comfortable with pain. So when you pull me, I push. You say you want me, so what? I got my guard up. It's time. I'm not in no rush. When I say go, please stay. Want you to fight for me all the way. It's not your fault that I'm this way. But do I mean enough for you to not give up? Tell me I'm the only one. Show me that it's okay to give in. Tell me I'm the only one. Show me that you'll be here till the end. Tell me I'm the only one. Please don't break my heart. Tell me I'm the only one. Tell me I'm the only one. A lot of niggas out here think it's cool to have a main and a side and a wife. Oh no. Let me make it myself real clear. I'm the only one you need in your life. I'ma give you all of me. Wanna have all of you. I don't wanna share with the world. And I know what I deserve as your girl. Tell me I'm the only one. Show me that it's okay to give in. Tell me I'm the only one. Show me that you'll be here till the end. Tell me I'm the only one. Please don't break my heart. Tell me I'm the only one. Tell me I'm the only one. Tell me I'm the only one. Show me that it's okay to give in. Tell me I'm the only one. Show me that you'll be here till the end. Tell me I'm the only one. Please don't go breaking my heart. Tell me I'm the only one. 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 I better be the only one. It's like the perfect breeze on a summer evening. Every time you're here with me, I can't help to fall in love every time I see you. Wishing you would never leave. This feels like the sweetest sugar rush. Can you be my candy coated rain? Don't think I could ever get enough. Shower me into your love. You might be what I need for the rest of my life. You might be what I need for the rest of my life. Oh, you are my guilty pleasure more than ever. I can't go a day without you. You got me going through phases. Trying so hard to explain it, baby. you dry my mind. I can't speak when you see me through. All for the reasons why I fall in love with you. Sweet as a new sky. High when you give me high. All for the reasons why. Further we can climb. But high boy, you dry my mind. I can't speak when you see me through. All for the reasons why I fall in love with you. Listen to
Never felt this feeling in my heart. I already see it. I'm falling apart. And I never agreed to this. Aiming on and I prayed you miss. Try so hard dodging it. What happened? Quite the opposite. You shot my heart, my heart, my heart, my heart. You stole my heart, my heart, my heart, my heart. And I got a thing for you. I need. I got a thing for you. We're stronger than love. I got a thing for you. We're stronger than love. Think that it's obsession. I'm obsessed, I got a thing for you. Obsession. I'm obsessed, I got a thing. Yeah, I'm convinced. I think I'm going crazy. It's obsession. Obsession. Think that it's obsession. I'm obsessed, I got a thing for you. Obsession. I'm obsessed, I got a thing for you. Yeah, I'm convinced. I think I'm going crazy. My love is just obsession. Obsession. I'll fight your battles. I'll be your shadow. Stick by your every move. You are my heartbeat. Nobody's got me quite like the way you do. I think I'm addicted to the way you move. And I'm so caught up in your wave. The title belongs to you. And I got a thing for you. I need stronger word than love. Stronger word than love. Think that it's obsession. I'm obsessed, I got a thing for you. Obsession. I'm obsessed, I got a thing. Yeah, I'm convinced. I think I'm going crazy. It's obsession. Obsession. Think that it's obsession. I'm obsessed, I got a thing for you. Obsession. I'm obsessed, I got a thing. My love is so convinced. I think I'm going crazy. My love is just obsession. Obsession. Think that it's obsession. I'm obsessed, I got a thing for you. Obsession. I'm obsessed, I got a thing. My love is so convinced. I think I'm going crazy. My love is just obsession. Obsession. I'm obsessed, I got a thing for you. I'm obsessed, I got a thing for you. My love is for you. I think I'm going crazy. My love is for you. I think I'm going crazy. That is obsession. Obsession. It's obsession. Obsession.
But me. That's right. No one but me. You say he don't treat you like I treat you, but you the one told me to leave you. Told you I go get a deal, so you had to see a meal before you could believe. Now you so lonely now when I see you. I be everywhere with my people. We go out to eat and get 1,000
shit. Yep, that was you to say that. But this Benz here ain't no leasing like that Benz ever taking you back. I know I will always be on your mind, and I won't lie. You was so fine, but I got over your ass in no time. Good God.
Is my number in your phone still?
Hey, baby.
When you said I never make it,
Was that you that said that?
I saw the chance I had to take
Yeah.
it.
And I'd do it again in a heartbeat. All these fans that's following, all these women who be modeling. All I do is sit ignore when you calling me. Do you dream of me when you fall asleep? Every night with a different man partying. Well, I'm living my dreams like I thought I'd be while I'm wide awake. Ironically, in the top floor, in a baller suite with my new girl staying all week. You in the same accord on your second kid, 2 baby daddy, 2 car seats. Guess I will always be on your mind, and I won't lie. You was so fine, but I got over your ass in no time. My God.
Is my number in your phone still?
Still got it.
When you said I never make it, I saw the chance I had to take
I had to.
it. I'd do it again.
Yeah, yeah. Hell yeah, hell yeah. Again, and again. I do it. And again, and again. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Yeah, so this is how it feels when regret just gets so real. When the pages of your story go so wrong, you just can't deal. When you let your insecurities just get so damn strong, they build a wall around your heart so fucking tall that you can't feel and you can't see and you can't hear me. When I tell you just be patient, but I guess it's all my fault for placing my faith in the faithless. I really hope that you find God or something you can believe in and see there's more to life than Louis bags and first class trips on weekends. You needed this. You needed this. You did.
Lay with you, stay with you, pray with you, play with you. I wish you play with my head. Oh yeah, oh yeah. If they can't get you, if they miss you, if they diss you, well that's their issue. I just wish you play with my head. Yeah, said, yeah, heavy is the head that wears the crown. Lay up when life will wear you down. I'ma hit your line like where you now. If you let me in, I'll wear you out. If you let me in, I'll wear you out. If I'm in the box, I'm there for rounds. Flex on your friends, I'll cancel my plans. This morning and night, prepared to bounce. Play with my locks and you'll get me open. In the same boat with your ocean, soaking, token dope. I never was a smoker, no, but now you're floating. Got me wanna okey doke it. I hit that after I hit that. Ignoring vice to that kickback. If you sore then I can assist that. Rub your sore thighs in that six pack. Yeah, I'm a chunky guy and you dig that. Rub my belly, I'm a lucky Buddha. It ain't nothing to you, you don't complicate it. No relationship, but when we fuck, we boot up. She could teach me, never substitute her. The moment I'm needed, I'm there. Forbidden fruit with my tongue on a pear. Head on your chest while you playing my hair. Oh yeah. Lay with you, stay with you, pray with you, play with you. I wish you play with my head. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, they can't get you, they miss you, they diss you, well that's their issue. I just wish you play with my head. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Minutes, hours, days, I can lay, I can stay here. Put your phone on silent, it can vibrate and we can't hear. Fingers in my hair, I don't care if I got shit to do. I ain't been around, out of town, I've been missing you. Minutes, hours, days, you can lay, you can stay here. Put my phone on silent, it can vibrate and we can't hear. Fingers in your hair, you don't care if you got shit to do. I ain't been around, out of town, I've been missing you. Ooh. Lay with you, stay with you, pray with you, play with you. I wish you play with my head. Oh yeah, oh yeah. They can't get you, they miss you, it's you. Well, that's the issue. I just wish you play with my head. Oh yeah, oh yeah.
It's like sweet sounds of melody. To hear all the things that you're telling me. What looks so fine should be a felony. But there's no place that I'd rather be.
So I'm here with you.
So give it to me, yeah. So give it to me, yeah, yeah, yeah. So give it to me, yeah. So give it to me, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Cold champagne, wonderful evening. Cold champagne, beautiful night. Cold champagne, love it or leave it. She already told me that she having the time of her life. Warm brandy out of cold glass. Warm brandy, apple rose splash. Warm brandy in the round ass. Cut the end of the stogie, smoke it and then kick back and laugh. I tell her holla if you're no good. Then put my feet up on that rosewood. High class, top dollar. Nice to meet you, sweetie. Really, this is my honor. I know a gold medal when I see it now. Standing there looking like rose petals in an evening gown. The type of beautiful woman you only read about. You already know what it is whenever it's me around.
Sweet sounds of melody. To hear all the things that you're telling me. What looks so fine should be a felony. But there's no place that I'd rather be. Woo. So give it to me, yeah. So give it to me, yeah, yeah, yeah. So give it to me, yeah. So give it to me, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Cold Chardonnay and fresh fruit. Cold Chardonnay in my best suit. Cold Chardonnay in the Lex Coupe. She just wanna hold it while we rollin' Summit Avenue. Warm sake in a half graph. Warm sake in a bubble bath. Warm rice wine out of Okinawa. Can't help but notice cherry blossoms as we roll past. I'm with a diva that's pretty, you know. They gave me the key to the city, you know. And this wrist game 20 below. Cause I do it like nobody ever did it before. She call me Big Papa in the helicopter. I tell her word proper like a teleprompter. I showed her another lifestyle. So won't you turn the music up and cut the lights down? Like
It's
wow.
loud, sweet sounds of melody. To hear all the things that you're telling me. What looks so fine should be a felony. But there's no place that I'd rather be. Woo. So give it to me, yeah. So give it to me, yeah, yeah, yeah. So give it to me, yeah. So give it to me, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Doing unusual shit, cause you on a trip. You gon' miss all this. Guess what? It's gonna be alright. Alright. Since I'm treacherous, cause you acting different, you don't even trip. Guess what? It's gonna be alright. Alright. How come I got emotions like everyone, man? How come I didn't listen when intuition told me something? Like you were no good in all the science and run. But I didn't care, I like the thrill and the fun. Now I'm sitting here telling myself you're gonna change. But time after time, boy, your actions were the same. No longer today will I accept your dirty ways. You can keep them bitches in the staying out late. You gon' regret that. You'll regret that. You regret. You gon' regret that.
Shawty got a body so tight, Chicago, baby, yeah, just my type. I heard a man playing around, ain't doing right, and all the conversations start turning into fights. I could romance it. Know you been going through pain and the shit so lame. I guess it's chance up. Let me sweep you off your feet, everything on me. We could end up on an island coast with the sun rising and small white sheets on the California king, and we both smiling. You don't even gotta speak. I know you fed up. That nigga been telling you lies, and I'm trying to take a stupid nigga spy. I don't think a nigga know what he got, what he got. I know it's loving you belonging. It's plain to see that you want something more. I'm that type of nigga, so you mine. I make that my job like triple overtime. Word up. Anything you want, baby, I give it to you. Anything you want, baby, I give it to you.
Doing unusual shit, 'cause you on a trip. You gon' miss all this. Guess what, it's gonna be alright. Since I'm treacherous, 'cause you acting different, you don't even trip. Guess what, it's gonna be alright. So what's next? Seeing me with him, boy, can't you feel it sick? Trying to come back like an old sidekick. I'm not the one who got you in this predicament. Tried to do everything right, but you couldn't resist. All them dirty skanks, so keep your calls and your texts. Since I'm not promiscuous, I'm moving on to the next. 'Cause I got a pretty ass face, beautiful smile, freezing style. The baddest part is mine. Should have let me move around, because I'm in love now. Doing unusual shit, 'cause you on a trip. You gon' miss all this. Guess what, it's gon' be alright. Since I'm treacherous, 'cause you acting different, you don't even trip. Guess what, it's gon' be alright.
Alright, we're back. A couple people are telling me that the audio is not working on one of the Facebook Lives, the one that I'm actually feeding from my computer. So I gotta check on see exactly what's going on with that. So I'm kind of doing stuff from my phone as well. Like I said, it's a new platform. We're trying to iron out all the kinks and everything. Hopefully by the show on Thursday, we'll have all that straightened out as well. But we're back with Patrice talking about her book, The Day My Mama Made Me Dance.
Hi, world.
Kind of got sidetracked and everything, but we're going to go into the book and everything, because I was looking over the book and everything, and I see that there's a questionnaire that you actually have in here that I guess the parents read the book to the kids and everything, and then the parents can ask the kids some questions. So what made you actually decide to do that?
Being a mental health counselor. Just being a mental health counselor and just having different cases. I wanted to implement that inside the books for children. So if a child is going through something such as molestation or abuse, you know, these are some questions and stuff that you should ask your child after reading. You know, again, like I said, The Day My Mama Made Me Dance is a metaphor. It's actually a twist to the story. You have to read the book and find out what the twist is. And at the end of each one of my books that I'm going to release for children, I'm going to ask a couple of questions. And as a parent, I would like for you all to ask these questions to your children to get some answers so that you all will be able to build better relationships with one another.
So basically a way to help parents get more involved with their understanding the thought process of their child.
Yeah, and just getting a little bit more in their, you know, their business. You know, we be thinking sometimes that kids don't have business, but they do, you know, and sometimes that business could be bad business. Is anybody touching you? You know, those little questions. just reminding them not to get into strangers' cars or nobody touches you on your private part. And if somebody is, you would tell me, correct? Just remembering to ask these things to our children.
Okay.
What was the question off the book that sparked your thought process?
It was one of the ones. Let me go back to it because it asked about how does it make you feel when I discipline you?
Okay.
So did you feel like kids would actually answer that correctly or?
Yeah, well, there's no right or wrong way to answer that.
I mean,
you got a whooping.
Be openly
Me as a
it.
parent, if you got a whooping, there was a reason for you to get a whooping. You were doing something, and you needed to be taught not to do. Right and wrong. What's right and what's wrong? Discipline. You need to learn how to follow rules, order.
So these are stuff that you asked your kids as well. How was their response to it?
My daughter. My daughter is trouble.com, so she'll probably be like, Mommy, I don't want to talk about it right now. She's not going to be honest. She ain't going to say nothing. She's just going to shut down. But later on, once she's, calmed down, she'll come back and say, well, I was upset because you didn't listen to me, or you took Caleb's side, like her brother. And she could be sitting up there telling the most bald-faced lie ever, and she feels like she's right. And I didn't take anybody's side. But these are things that I go through in my home. And again, like I said, my books are about me expressing myself. It's expressive writing. So the day my mama made me dance is a metaphor. It's the complete opposite of what you're thinking. You have to read the book to find out what happened. And again, at the end of each one of my books, I have different questions, different topics that I talk about. I think at the end of this book, I talked about discipline versus abuse. And I also talked about some questions about what is abuse, or what is discipline, or what's something else that I had listed in the book that you might have had a question about.
Let me go back into it.
For the most part.
Okay, so after it asks about how does it feel, then you go into, do you understand why I disciplined you?
I think in that part I wanted to explain to my child, you got to learn some rules. And yes, I have gone through that with my daughter. I went through that with my daughter as well as my son. My son, he has it together. My daughter, she's 5. She still needs time. But my 9-year-old son, he understands a little bit. He understands. He could talk, for the most part. What you think of the artwork in the book? Show the artwork.
Okay, let me see if I can.
Because I would love for you to ask me as many questions as possible.
Yeah, so if people can see the artwork and everything, I know that I got two. Like I said, I got two Facebook Live. One from my computer, and then one from my actual phone and everything. People are telling me the one from my computer, they're not getting any audio. If anything, you can always go to Spreaker.com and actually listen to the actual audio part. But I was looking through it. It goes through you talking about discipline, stuff that kids actually do in the house and stuff like that. Things that might get them in trouble and everything.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the artwork and it goes hand in hand with.
Show me which page you're on.
Oh, I'm on the wash your hands before dinner.
And what is the little girl doing?
The girl's outside playing and
everything. Yeah, complete opposite.
Yeah.
Is that not something that we go through every day as parents? You're telling Tom, stop, don't do that, and Tom like, Tom want to do what he want to do. So yeah, my books are gonna be based on realistic stuff, but it has twists in it.
Okay, and so it has the no hitting in school.
And what is she doing?
The girl playing around. Well, it doesn't show her hitting,
but
kind of like teasing.
Yeah, teasing.
Taking away their toys and everything.
Yeah.
Then you have share while playing with others. Girl has all
all the
toys
toys.
to herself and everything.
Yeah.
So
So what would we call that in mental health? That
Um,
particular situation.
well, I guess you have one kid that doesn't like sharing, and they keep to themselves.
This-
Might be spoiled.
Well, this particular child, you know, like Dennis the Menace, Problem Child, the movie. You know, what were those children doing? They were very oppositional, defiant. They were defiant. All the rules and different things, and even the adults, they didn't want to follow the rules. They didn't want to listen to anybody. They wanted to do what they wanted to do. So my book is based on that in a way. This book, The Day My Mama Made Me Dance. Every different thing that her parent or whomever, even the teacher, has asked this child to do, she wanted to do the opposite.
Okay.
You know, find out what's going to happen in the end.
Well, I saw what happened in the end. I don't want to spoil it for people and everything. They get the book on the 28th of this month. You said
Good.
Amazon, all platforms and everything. Let's talk about like how you cause like for people that actually are considering writing and everything. Like, how did you go about actually getting on these platforms? What did you do?
Well, for me, I actually set out some time to begin to write. And as far as me formatting the book, I did have to go through some classes and things to learn. And it's not an easy process. Nothing in life is easy, you know, but I've had to go through some little seminars and learn some different things. And I got some help along the way with someone as far as branding me. Excuse me, my throat had got a little bit dry. But I had got some help from this young lady. She specializes in branding. And she referred me to someone that would help me as far as with my formatting. But I had so much material, like the content and things, so I just needed to put everything together and set aside some time in June. I think it was June 1st, 2017, this year, my first book, Secrets of a Crazy Mental Health Counselor, was published. And this particular book on the 28th, The Day Mama Made Me Dance, is going to be published on Thursday, September 28th. And I guess if you set aside some time and you put in some work and you get your content together and listen and take notes, you can publish your book also. But I have the formula, I have the format. You know, I guess I can call myself a little bit of a teacher now. I teach classes as well. I guess that's what I'm going to go ahead and throw out there. I got some materials and things if someone would like to publish their own book. You looking into doing it?
Well, I ain't really thought about doing a book or anything.
But if somebody is interested, please inbox me off Facebook, Patrice Siobhan Brown. Inbox me off of Instagram. I'm Patrice Siobhan off of Instagram. I'm more than willing to help. Don't hesitate at all.
Okay. I think I fixed the audio part on the Facebook Live. I had to change the setting and everything. But with you talk about branding, and like that's one thing that with this show I try to help people with, like, because like a lot of people don't realize, like, when you start stepping out in the public, you actually become a business yourself. You are a brand. You are putting yourself in the public, and you have to develop yourself. You got to understand how to reach your target audience, how to grasp their attention. And that's the same thing with authors and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You got to know your target market and how to reach that target market, and how to actually get them to buy your book and everything. Like, so, like, when you say that you had somebody that taught you all that, like, what are some pointers they got to actually reach your target market?
I'm going to say, as far as with the social media, I can say that my platform has grew more than what I expected, especially my Instagram. I'm gonna say my Facebook. I guess learning the different tags and different things and joining different book groups. Those were some pointers that I learned as far as with marketing or just getting some people to know who Patrice Siobhan is. Like I have people always in Africa and, you know, different places that I didn't think that they would sort of kind of, you know who I am. But I have people in Nigeria and, you know, these different places. They want me to come over and I'm surprised. I'm like, what? I just published this and they're real happy and stuff. And I'm like, wow. But she had taught me how to use the different tags and things. And I'm still growing. Don't think that I'm not. I'm trying to learn a little bit more, but it's some time consuming information, and it's just like a job when you're branding. Well, it is a job, I'm going to say. In addition to me being a counselor, it's a job to be able to build that social media platform. And I think I still have to build it more because I'm not even recording enough. So I hope that answers the question.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah, it does, cause like you said, like that's one thing that even like in the music industry and stuff like that, like you get to reach people not in the United States, and I've talked about this with a couple of independent artists. There are a couple independent artists, like they're not known in the United States, but they develop a fan base overseas.
Okay. Yeah.
And they're able to go overseas and make more money than they would
here.
It kind of feels like people overseas appreciate the United States culture more than people in the United States sometimes.
Wow, and that's kind of shocking to me. I'm still kind of shocked with my Facebook page. Again, that thing had grew. I need to switch that out from more of like a personal page to a public page, because like you said, when you're branding, you no longer are you're a business. And I think when I first started out with Patrice Siobhan Brown off Facebook, I was just thinking like, okay, well, I'm just going to put me. But, you know, I reached the max of 5,000. I have had to delete some people, and I need to actually get it turned over to a business.
So you haven't tried doing like the business page where you actually it's not like you adding people and it's like the people have to like it.
You know what? That's something you can help me with.
Cause that's what I have with quarantine, and that's something I actually have to, because I forgot to say this with people last time, is make sure that you like Quarantine Enterprise on Facebook, and if you're listening on Spreaker, make sure that you follow us on Spreaker. Hit that follow button and everything. But yeah, that's something that like with my Twitter, like I even though I have all the followers that I have on Twitter, like I hardly go on Twitter. Like I learned about a app where I can actually type in and I press send, and it sends that message both to Facebook and Twitter. So like I go like once in a blue moon to Twitter, and people are responding to my tweets, and like I didn't know that they were responding to it. So like, I gotta get back on Twitter more and stuff like that. Cause like it's really that I just send it out to both Facebook and Twitter, and it gets both of them and stuff like that.
On Twitter, I believe I'm Cool Vibes. I think that platform for me is still growing. You know, I gotta understand Twitter more. I think Trump knows a little bit more about Twitter than anybody. So you know, I need to call him and see if he can help me. You know, help me with Twitter, Trump. I need some help.
What do you think about like cause like it's crazy that that what he's more concerned with. Like I understand like it's crazy that we have all this stuff going on,
and he's on Twitter.
He's up there talking about football players.
Oh yeah,
protesting.
Sons of bitches.
Yeah, and
they're no longer football players. They are sons of bitches. That's what he called them.
And like we have this situation. Like the reason why I know about the whole situation in Puerto Rico is because like my 9 to 5, we have a call center in Puerto Rico, and like we know that their power is out and stuff like that. And it's like he's not even concerned about that. Like he's going up on there and he's talking about the football players, and then the football players this weekend. That's one of the reasons why I actually decided like this week not to watch the NFL.
So Trump is the president of Puerto Rico?
Well, Puerto Rico's part of one of the territories.
No. See, I think that's what Trump is thinking about. Did their vote count for me to get into the office? And how Trump, I'm looking at Trump from a mental health perspective, and how Trump thinks is, if their vote didn't count for me to get in office, who need what? Oh, they on their own. You know, he done did that not only with Puerto Rico, but Mexico.
True.
You know, so let's not do the politics.
But yeah, it's kind of crazy how that whole situation is, and like you say, he's on Twitter
sad.
all the time. He takes Twitter to his event, but like the social media platform and everything, it can make or break somebody. Cause like even like this one girl, the Cash Me Outside girl.
Oh yeah.
Like I guess she probably never thought that just her going on, what was it, Dr. Phil?
Yeah.
And now she has a record deal and everything.
Oh, she had a record deal?
Yeah, like she has a record deal. It's catchy. Like I don't see myself buying.
I think my daughter might have been dancing around the house to that. She's into that. She's into the Cardi B thing. Yeah.
So like it's catchy, and like that's one thing with the music industry now. It just has to be
everything
catchy.
is catchy.
Because like I've been DJing at some events and stuff like that, and like Cardi B, like is one of the people. Like people come up to me and like play that Cardi B. I'm like, this is not a dance track, but everybody keep coming up to me like it's the hottest single. But like in my mind, I'm like, this is not a dance track. Why?
Oh my God!
This?
Yeah,
and stuff like that. But yeah, it's crazy. Like you with social media, like if you use it correctly, like you're going to
take off.
Yeah, you're going to take off. You're going to catch somebody's eye. Cause like that's the main thing. Like with businesses.
Yeah.
Like if they can see that you're marketable and everything, they're gonna attach to you. Cause like I forgot what show it was, but this girl, she had 1 million followers, and somebody hacked her account and deleted all her followers.
What?
And this business had a meeting with her and was like, well, you no longer have followers.
Oh my gosh.
So I don't think this opportunity is going to work anymore.
What?
So like, they took money away from her because she lost.
She didn't
her
have
followers.
no followers. Wow.
So like they look at the fact that if you're marketable or not. Like if you have all those followers, they're gonna reach out to you and be like, okay, they're gonna try to bring you in because like they're trying to gain
access, money, and all that.
They're trying to broaden their Verizon and stuff like that, and get people to notice them. And like if you have followers, like they're gonna try to get your fan base too. Yeah. So that's another thing. Like they trying to get their target audience. Yeah. And like they see this person, like okay, this person can expand our brand and stuff like that. So they're gonna reach out to you. So like that's one thing. Like if you know how to use social media, that's what a lot of businesses are gonna look at. Like you know how to use social media. We need that. Bring you in and stuff like that. So like it's crazy. Like if you really know how to work everything, you can go
take
further.
off. You'll take off. You'll be pretty good. Well, you know, a lot of talent has taken off that way. Some by accident, and some just good marketing, like you said. I was thinking about my stuff taking off by accident too. You know, I wanted to call some of those people that had the accidents and say, "Hey, how'd you get that accident? I need an accident to happen with my business too."
Like you
know,
you think back, like, let's think like people that have faded out, like back in the days, like I forgot how long ago it was. Probably like 6 or 7 years ago. That one kid, 50 Tyson, like he was always.
Who was he?
He was kind of one of the artistic boys and stuff like he would make these YouTube videos with him standing in the mirror rapping and everything. People would laugh at it, retweet it, and stuff like that. And he became big. Some people brought him in, actually made a music video with him and stuff like that. You have rappers that actually featured in it.
Oh my God, that made my lips pop so loud. I know exactly who you talking about.
Yeah, he looks like 50 Cent and Mike Tyson.
Oh no, Jesus!
So like he took advantage of that and everything, and people.
My God.
Some people brought him underneath his wing and stuff like that because they felt like that was.
Oh my God! Ooh, that was funny. Are you talking about the one? What was his saying? He had like a saying that he always said.
I forgot. Like,
is it the got him? Is it him?
That's a different guy. That's a different guy.
Tyson.
That's a different guy. But yeah, I know what you're talking about with the guy.
He took a got him. Yeah, Everybody was saying that, and I was like,
another person.
Oh, well, let me go get me some chips and do that.
Yeah.
I could do that too. Got him.
Yeah.
Is it got him or get him?
Got him.
Yeah.
He's another person that took off like a little something simple. People thought it was funny. They retweeted and everything. So
and who is this person you said it looked like Mike Tyson?
Yeah, 50 Tyson.
50 Tyson, Jesus. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's all about just knowing your audience or catching people's attention and having them keep sharing your stuff. That's all it is. And like if you're able to do that, and like sometimes like you gotta once you do that, you gotta figure out how to keep people's attention. So like you have people that will get that overnight fame, but they don't know how to keep people's attention.
Maintain it.
Yeah, maintain it.
Hey, this your boy 50 Tyson.
Yeah.
Know what I'm saying? But it's like when you hit me up though, my album is coming out in stores.
So yeah, so like he had his little run and everything. I don't know what he's doing now and stuff. But he had his little run. But,
and they said he looked like 50 and Tyson.
Yep.
They need to stop doing that. They need to stop.
Go back to cause like I wanted to touch up on it because we were coming up to the
love.
Yeah, let's go back to talking about and does love exist in this era and stuff like that? Because like what we were talking about is like people take a beating and they carry baggage and like some people can't let go of stuff. Like what do you has anybody come to you and like they have this stuff that happened to them in the past and is jeopardizing their relationship with people or they have anxiety and stuff like that? Like what do you talk to them about that?
When you said stuff in the past, like give me an example.
Like let's say that they went you have some people that were verbally abused, physically abused, or then you have some people that just went through a hard breakup and like it's hard for them to trust people or just the trust issues and stuff like that. Like it's various things that affect people to the point where when they try hard to forget it or they're in denial and they feel like they got over it.
But they haven't.
Yeah, and then it takes a toll on them when they try to make that next step to somebody else.
Okay, so I think I'm understanding the question correctly. For me, the advice on activity that I would give to them starting off is to simply write down what they want. Say, for instance, if they have been out of a relationship and they were verbally abused, everything that the person told them that they weren't or whatever abuse it was that they suffered, write down some positive things about themselves before going out on a new date with somebody else. That way they feel empowered. That way their mind is free. They're not blocked about the past. You know, hype yourself up a little bit before going out, you know, with your new person or whomever. Open yourself up. Because I know for me, starting off in my next relationship, you know, I'm going to hype up myself. I'm going to give myself an extra boost. I'm writing down a whole lot of stuff. Patrice, you are. Patrice, you know, you felt to be a wife, you know. Even if he ain't even husband material, but I just know my husband out there praying for me, and I'm praying for him. You know, I just want to boost myself up a little bit. So, all the different things that my ex told me that I wasn't, I done forgot all about that. You know, it's on paper. I done wrote it out. They say if you write it, one day it'll come true. What you think?
True, yeah. Like
you didn't think about it that way.
Speak it into existence and everything.
Write
so
it into
kinda,
existence.
Yeah. So, like, do you think it's important to, like, when do you think a person should actually sit down and actually tell the person that they're talking to, like, what happened to them and why they are the way that they are? And see, because, like, that's one thing, like, there was a seminar that my friend, the one that's was sexually abused and everything, she did a seminar with other people that were sexually abused, and, like, there was a couple that actually sat down with their partner and explained to them why they are the way they were, and they accepted it, and they understood certain things, and they helped them through it and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, when do you think is that time when someone should actually sit there and, like, we're getting close, and I want you to know this about me and stuff like that? Do you think
when you say close, how long have they been talking?
Well, sometimes, like, it all depends, because, like, with me,
3 months.
Yeah, 3 months. Like, I feel like, well, I haven't even actually got that, because, like, after 3 months, like, that's why I don't count any of the people I've talked to as actually being in a relationship. If they don't go past 3 months,
Mm-hmm.
like, I feel like it's not gonna work out.
Yeah, I think give them 3 months, but slowly begin to reveal it to them. Just don't throw it all off on them, because again, I think becoming friends with the person first is very important. Just don't, well, I was molested, blah, blah, blah. That could be a little bit hard or harsh for the person. My question to you is, since you asked me, when is it okay to give an HIV test or STD test to someone that you're talking to, even if you have not even had sex with them? When do you think is a good time to throw that out there to them? Because you can buy them over the counter now.
Well, I ain't never did it over the counter, 'cause, like, I would just go to the doctor. I know some people, they just go to the clinic, but, like, I always have my yearly checkup and stuff like that, and I tell my doctor, just do the test.
Okay.
But honestly, like, if you are feeling somebody and you want to take it to that next level, I feel like you should, before you even do that, just go ahead and get the test. Like, the last girl that I talked to, like, I told her, like, I got my paperwork, and, like, I told her that I wasn't with somebody after I got my paperwork, so like, these are still legit. So I'll let her know. But if she wanted me to go ahead and get the test again, I would have done it. Like, if you wanted to go that route, like, it's best to let you.
Would you be offended as a man if, like, if you was talking to somebody and then maybe y'all was gonna have that Netflix moment or something like that, a quiet moment or whatever, and she just came and was like, "Bam, can you take this, test for me, blah, blah, blah."
So it's an instant results?
Yeah, they have something like that over the counter now. I seen it.
No.
In the, like Rite Aid, Walgreens, they sell stuff like that.
I didn't know that was instant
yeah.
results. But, like, I wouldn't be offended or anything, because, like, I would actually want them to actually take the test as well. Like,
we could do this at the same time. I don't know you
that's
that.
A life thing. Like, especially like if you guys don't work out. Like, you somebody might have gave somebody that's another thing that jeopardizes you down the
exactly.
down the line.
Those are things that hurt you, because you were talking about different abuses. So that's a form of abuse also. Those are things that has caused the person to hurt as well. I just wanted to hear from a man's perspective since you asked me.
Yeah, because, like, you contract something from somebody that you can't get rid of.
Yeah, and you trusted them. You loved them.
And then you try to go with somebody else, and you got to let them know that you have this. Like, that kind of slims your chance of actually finding somebody else, because this person basically
messed you up.
Yeah. So and like that's another thing that actually hurts people in this generation is because like mainly a lot of people like and I tell this because like I'm upfront with a lot of stuff and I tell girls that sex is not going to win me over.
Good.
And you have some girls that still feel that
sex can win you over. Yeah.
So like that.
But you know why?
That's just a mental thing in this generation that a lot of people just think
that sex controls everything.
Yeah.
But I think that sex controls only, some of the weak-minded people. They can't get past temptation. Well, something that I've been seeing a whole lot on the internet. They had this one, what they call it, a meme or whatever, meme. They had it of Beyonce and Lala and everybody that was cheated on. And they were saying, look how beautiful these women are. And if these women were cheated on, guess what? Your man gonna cheat on you too. Just get ready. Is that true? I mean, no matter how beautiful the woman is, men are gonna cheat anyway.
I mean, I feel like it's because like my last relationship.
Should we accept that?
It all depends because like it's something that you have to actually talk about and stuff like that. Like it's gonna be hard to trust because like you think about like I actually watched the documentary Chris Brown and saw exactly what transpired. Like because he said that one lie, it stayed in her mind. And that's what they said. Like we haven't heard Rihanna's side to see exactly what happened, but he said that he finally told her that he messed with that girl, and that night, Chris Brown he messed with this one girl. Like he lied about it and stuff like that. He finally told the truth. So like that night, he said it came out that that girl texted him, and he never read the text. She read the text and she felt like they were still doing something.
Who, Rihanna?
Yeah. And
because he lied the first time when she asked him.
So like it went out of control.
So who do you think? You think Rihanna jumped on him?
That's what he said. Like
that Rihanna jumped on him first.
Yeah, and then it was something that they did all the time, but that time it got out of hand. So. Like it is like that trust issue as well. Like that can damage somebody because like they every time that they go into a relationship and stuff like that, they're gonna feel a certain way, or it could be the way
taking that old baggage,
or a way that a relationship ended, or something that keeps repeating that affects somebody that like they have the same effect. Same thing happens in every relationship that they're in.
Or I think people from the past can mess up good things.
True.
Not taking care of your old baggage, that messes up a lot of stuff. Even if you have a good home, you see that old thing that you probably had back then and you want it, or temptation again messes up your future. So. That's something that we should take into consideration. The other part of my question for you was, so at the end of the day, are all men going to cheat? Should we accept and expect for all men to cheat, no matter how beautiful the woman is? Because on the mime, or however you say it, they were saying, look at all these beautiful women and all their husbands cheated on them. Yeah, so just like get ready.
Like I said, like with my last relationship, like I was with
her.
Is
it acceptable, yes or no?
Acceptable, like it depends. But like I said, my last relationship, like I didn't cheat on her. I was with her for 3 years. Like before her, like the relationships before her, I was never faithful. But with her, I was actually faithful. I was with her for 3 years. The reason why we broke up was for something else. Like I've talked about it. Like I kind of like actually shielded my heart because like the person before her, it was like the first time I actually felt something for somebody, and like I was kind of like unknowingly, unconsciously, because it wasn't until she brought something up that made me realize, oh dag, I am actually doing this, and like that's kind of the reason why. But at the same time, I was faithful to her, so it all like the reason why I say it depends
on the male.
Yeah, it depends on the no. Well, the reason why I say it depends on the situation about the cheating and stuff like that, because if you guys are able to talk it out, like I know the trust issue is going to be there, but there's all different ways, reasons why some people don't work out.
Yeah.
So like, it can at sometimes like if you guys can work that situation out as far as the cheating, then it might can pan out. No, it's not acceptable, but at the same time, like it can be talked out. But like if it continuously does it, then like that's the point where it's like, nah, you should probably
Depart.
move on.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But like I'm just saying like for like one time, if you guys can talk it out, but if it continues, you should just move on.
Okay. Well, I just wanted to know, like, from a man's perspective, because I'm like, okay, so now is it normal for 2017 for us as women to just be expecting our men to be cheaters? Oh no.
Yeah, because like
I'm
I said,
expecting my soulmate to have some faithfulness inside him, because you know it's two sides to every story. You know.
Yeah, like I said, like I think was a lot of times faithful the last time, so like it all depends on the situation.
Mm-hmm.
So, I feel like it shouldn't be looked on like you should expect it, and like if I say like it's one time, but like if you continuously see it, then that's when you should move on.
Okay, all right.
But yeah, we're coming up to 11 o'clock.
All right.
What are some other stuff that you want people to know about you, or just give them the ways to contact you, and on the 28th how they can get this book, and just what do you want people to know about you? Just
basically, I'm a new book author. Pick up my book, read it to your children. If you need life coaching yourself. Did it stop?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, you good. No, I hit the light.
Okay.
It's still recording.
All right, so I'm a counselor. I do life coaching. I do classes. You can always inbox me, reach out to me. Look me up, Restoring Bodies and Minds. That's the name of my business. Inbox me on Facebook, Patrice Siobhan Brown, or Instagram. Patrice Siobhan is my name. Look me up on Twitter under Cool Vibes with a Z at the end. And I'll be releasing my next book, which is another children's book, on January the 11th, 2018. And just stay tuned. I'll be back coming to visit again. When you want me to come back? This conversation was a lot.
I'm planning on actually having a panel of people for another Does Love Exist in This Area. Like the last couple times that I had the panel, like it was mostly men, and that's something that I wanted to talk about too. Is like, and I forgot, it's in my mind. The men that actually came on the show, they actually, when they saw the one, decided that they weren't going to have sex until marriage. And like they're still married. Like I think I had that show. Like it was the first year of their marriage.
So they didn't know what they were getting.
Yeah, it was like 3 years. Yeah, I think it was 3 or 4 years ago, and they said that they formed a strong bond with their wives, and they're still together. One actually had a kid 2 years ago. The other one, like his wife supports him with his business and stuff like that. Like he came on the show. And like he started his podcast the same time I did. His has actually developed more than me. Like he actually does interview with sports figures and stuff like that.
Great.
But yeah, she supports him and everything. And like they decided not to have sex until marriage.
You know what? That could have, you know, a positive and a negative. But it just depends on where your mind's at.
True. But yeah, like yeah, I'm gonna try to have that show. Try to see if I can get a couple of people to come in and we just have that discussion and everything about does love exist in this area, and see how people want to get married people, single people, and just get there. Because like I said last time I had it, like I had mostly men on there, and they were giving a lot of good advice and stuff like that. Mostly men that were in a relationship or they were married and they talked about everything. But yeah, most likely we'll try to invite you to that one.
Great.
And get more in depth in that and stuff like that. But well, is there anything else that you would like to let people know?
Nothing much. Just mental health counselor, single mother, 2, new book author. I do life coaching classes. I'm CARF certified. My company is. We're growing. I'm located in Henderson, North Carolina. You'll be seeing more of me or hearing more of me. And thanks for the support.
All right. And I'd like to thank everybody to tuning in once again. Like we just did a relaunch, so I know that getting people back to listening to quarantine radio and stuff like that. I'm working on, like I said, I'm working out the kinks, new platform and everything. And on the 28th, the day my mama made me dance, go pick it up. Amazon, I said Google, what else platform?
Barnes and Noble.
Barnes and Noble.
Yeah.
So yeah, whenever on the 28th, make sure you go check it out, pick that up, get it for your kids and stuff like that.
Please support and thank you all in advance.
All right. And like I said, make sure you guys go follow me on Twitter, _McKenzie. Look us up on Facebook, Quarantine Enterprise. You can just go to quarantineenterprise.com. It has all the links and stuff like that. YouTube, like I'm gonna get to the point where I can post the actual live shows on YouTube. I am posting the audio on YouTube as well. Just follow and make sure you follow on Spreaker. Well, we are actually working on getting the app, getting on iHeartRadio and stuff like that. So stay tuned. All right. Once again, Thursday we're going to have the Vigilance come on the show. We're going to have the Vigilance come on the show on Thursday, so tune in Thursday night at 9 p.m. Same location. But this show has been quarantined. We'll check you out Thursday.
Hey, this is Nola Ada, and you are now rocking with Il McKenzie, right here.
Yo, what it do, world? You are now tuned into the sounds of Quarantine Radio.
Yo, what's up, man? It's the Kid Swift, baby. Young Swift, one time for the check-in with my dog, my homie, Il McKenzie, straight out of ATL, Georgia. And you know how we rockin' out here, baby. Let's get it.
I tried being humble. I tried being humble. I tried being humble. Humble get no respect.